Hey guys, welcome back to Ivy Crypto. Hope you are all having a fantastic day. Now today I want to talk about a new project that is built on Terra or Luna, and that is called Terra Land. Now this one's a really interesting project and I think it's got some massive potential. As always, this is not financial advice and I am not a financial advisor. So let's get right into it. Terra Land is a global transaction platform based on the blockchain technology for the sale of entire real estate or its individual parts. In the first stage, these will be commercial properties intended for investment purposes, those that generate a return for investors without maintenance. Work on the Tland project began in 2019. In June 2020, the project was favoured by the VC Impera Alpha Fund, which resulted in it receiving grant from the National Centre for Research and Development for the implementation of the MVP platform. So let's go right to the top here. What is it? How can you do it? Let's get into all these questions, okay? So Terra Land helps with fractional online real estate investment. So if you think about wanting to own a mansion, wanting to own apartments in prime locations around the world, but you can't afford it. I can't either. Well, now with this, you can own fractions of this real estate. And apparently it's pretty easy. Create your account, select your investment, invest in minutes, earn and track, all on this platform. Sorry, I'm not going to show you the video because it'll glitch out. Now let's talk about some of the advantages. You invest in property via the blockchain. Blockchain is one of the safer environments, and above all, it is transparent. The Terra Land is used to generate, transfer, and burn real estate tokens, thanks to which each user have an insight into transactions taking place within the Terra Land ecosystem. Traditional investments. We want every user to feel the traditional approach to business when using blockchain. And profitable terms. The possibility to purchase and option shares in special purpose investments owned by real estate owners, including from developers who have not yet offered investment opportunities through digital currencies. Now, how is it all done? Well, I'm going to go into the white paper shortly and we can talk all about that. Get a wide choice of investments, profitable terms, and it's safe and secure. It's got already some partnerships with some developers and other firms, which again, pretty early days, and it's already got some really good partnerships. But how does it all work? Well, this is sort of a really simple version of how it works, and shortly I'm going to show you the Q&A that these guys did on Medium, because at first I didn't understand the concept either, but I'm going to break it down for you so that hopefully it makes sense to you. But it's in a nutshell, it will allow average Joes or people that don't have money to buy multi-million-dollar properties around the world to invest in a portion of that property. Now, as long as the price is met, you earn profit on it, and you can resell your stake online simply. All right, but let's get right into what they say. So here's a full breakdown, and then I'll briefly show you the white paper. So the Terra Land project is a global transaction platform designed to sell whole properties or parts of them on the blockchain. The first stage will be commercial grade investment properties, i.e. those that provide a return to investors without further involvement. So what is the process? Okay, so when a collection is launched, Terra Land enters into a preliminary or reservation agreement with the property owner. If 100% of the amount needed to purchase the property is not raised, the funds paid are returned to the investors. If the amount is raised, a special purpose vehicle is set up for each new property, which is then owned by the property owner. The collected funds are converted into fiat and the purchase amount is sent to the owner. After completing all formalities, investors who participated in the collection receive tokens assigned to the property and sign an option agreement with the company under which at any time you can convert your tokens for free into I just completely lost my train of thought. Sorry. So after completing all formalities, investors, this is important as the agreement firstly guarantees your tokens for free into real shares in the company that owns the property. This is important as the agreement firstly guarantees that your investment will not be lost even if the tokens are lost. Secondly, it is the company's commitment to the investor. Even if the management changes, the platform ceases to operate, etc., it is still a binding obligation. If the option is exercised, the tokens are burned and the investor officially becomes a co-owner of the company. So then you've got how important decisions, where do you get the properties. So they have established cooperation with real estate brokers who have been selected from among those who met their requirements. These included many years of experience, an impeccable reputation, positive recommendations, knowledge and support in the whole process from selecting to finalising all the legal administrative aspects and ensuring cooperation with reputable lease operator if necessary. This is how they established with several companies, thanks to which they already have access to properties from over 20 countries on 4 continents. So there's more questions here, and here's some of the investors that they have. So they've got Sky Vision, DWeb3, Rapture Capital, UB Ventures, Thai VC, Grizzly Capital, and UG Ventures. So there's more about all the questions that I guess anybody would have, but I'm going to point out the important ones. Now, what if Terra closes? Well, the model has been developed to also cover the possibility as the real estate is separated from the main company into separate entities. The assets of these entities constitute the real estate, and according to the Articles of Association, the real estate cannot be sold or encumbered without the consent of the investors. Even if Terra Land, as a marketplace, were to cease operation, there remains an obligation of all the companies formed as a result of the purchase of the real estate to the investors, and the realization of this obligation is still possible. So it asks about Wales, and it's not possible for there to be a majority investor. They don't finance construction. You can sell your shares. So this is the other thing. So in the first quarter of 2022, they're introducing a secondary market for trading options in properties purchased on the platform. Each user will be able to put both a put and buy option at any price they choose. So then they go into more questions. Who's the physical owner? Now, this was my main question. So with the help of their platform, you buy an option on the shares of the SPV, which owns the property. This option gives you the opportunity to participate in the profits of the property, and after the introduction of the secondary marketplace, you can freely trade them through the platform between other users. However, if you want to exercise the option, there is no problem at all. You express your wish through the platform, send the token to the smart contract where it is burnt, and at the same time sign an option exercise agreement. It should be remembered that at this moment the crypto is exchanged for a real share, which is associated with a tax obligation. Additionally, it is not possible to trade such a share on the platform. So you can only trade the option, not the share itself. And then talks about signing the agreement, what happens if someone dies, etc., etc. So there's a fair few questions which are all answered. I'm going to put all of these in the bio so you guys can figure it out. Now, I highly suggest following these guys on Twitter at Terra_Land. Very active on socials. Follow them on Medium. They've got some very good articles. Now, their white paper is really interesting and very detailed. It's only 18 pages long. I highly recommend reading it. I'm not going to go super into it because I think I've covered the most important things. But read this white paper if you are interested in this product, in any product, guys. Please read the white paper. Do not take my word for anything. Now, let me give you an example of one of the properties on Terra Land. Okay, I've picked the one with the most ROI, and it is based in Cyprus. Now, this is the property. It's got a token price of 700 UST, a total price of 1.4 million UST, and a minimal investment of 2 tokens, which means you need to invest at least 1400 UST. Now, the estimated annual return is 6.4%, and I would believe it. This place looks gorgeous and right on the water. You get a monthly dividend, and the fundraising starts on the 20th of December and ends on the 20th of January. There's 2,122 tokens available. It's got an overview, it's got a general, and then it's got an investment brochure, which is pretty impressive. So this thing is really legit, guys. Like, there's some really cool properties on this website already. I'm definitely going to keep an eye on what they have, and I think I'm definitely going to give this a whirl and put some money in. There's some really cool properties. I've been to Greece myself. I know that these go absolutely off, especially with people in summertime. So I highly recommend checking out Terra Land. I haven't invested yet. I literally just found out about it, so I want to tell you guys about it straight away. If you enjoyed the content, guys, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments and thoughts on this project. What do you guys think? Are you going to invest? Are you going to look into it? I think it's a great opportunity for people without the money to properly invest in real estate to get a portion. And the ROIs on these look pretty decent. As always, guys, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for plenty more crypto content and watch this space.